Hey everybody, I'm just trying to put the link so that I can share it for everybody who keeps saying they can't find it. Hey everybody that's here, I'm just waiting for other people that's coming in. I'm just sending them the link. Hey, Nichelle, Precious, Miss Carter. There's some people in the bushes that don't want to come out. Hi to you too. Let me just make sure I got everything though, cause now I gotta take and transfer everything to my over so that I can pull it up. Just give me 1 second. And for those that called me yesterday, I just had to go to the hospital and get a treatment, but I'm okay. Just a lot of running around, and then I had to meet up with somebody today for an interview this morning to carry out to New York. So the New York date, as of right now, if I'm trying to make sure everybody that's still going, I'm going to be doing the December 6th to the 8th. So that's almost less than a week away. I know people got to deal with Thanksgiving, so that's why I didn't pick that date. And I know that people got to deal with Christmas. My daughter's birthdays is December 16th and December 19th, so I have to also be mindful of my daughter's birthday. So this is why I picked the dates between December 4th and December 11th. And I'm going to see if all the supporters that's supposed to be coming to New York, if they agree on the date, and then we'll make a decision by tomorrow. If you're not coming, that's okay. I'm going to try to get every supporter and to send you flyers to your state so that you can pass out the flyers in your city or your state if you're not attending the actual New York rally. And like I said, guys, we gotta move in silence because, as you know, there's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. So I know everybody understands that part. Sorry, everybody. So for everybody that's still trying to come in, I sent you the link. I can't hold everybody else up because it's kind of late. I just want to go over a few things for some people who, um, right now I'm waiting for YouTube to email them back. Well, I emailed them back already. So the hate is real. I'm gonna say that. It's very real, and anybody who's supporting Robert or anybody advocating on Robert's, if you a person with a bigger platform. Now, the only thing I can speak of with YouTube is they let you submit a, how can I say it? They let you submit a appeal so that you can appeal what you think is not right, or if somebody put a copy strike on you and it wasn't true. Now, this is all I'm gonna say. Anytime that people are trying to shut down channels, knowing that Robert needs the channels because the channels are advocating for him in a positive way, that's how you know the hate is real. Just because you don't want to align yourself with drama, or you don't want to align yourself with um, issues after issues after issues, because it's taken away from the focus on Robert, people want to shut your channels down. Now, my whole thing with this is, again, Robert needs the support. So to anybody who's trying to shut down anybody's channel, who's advocating for Robert, who's out there putting their footwork for Robert, who's out there willing to show up to this city, this state for RobertSKelly, why would you try to shut those individuals down? There's a lot of things that's going on that people don't want to be honest about. And when people start being exposed, or when people start to wake up because now they're seeing the truth, this is when they want to shut people out. Just pay attention to a lot of things that are taking place within the last week. I'm going to play a couple things for you guys. I'm not going to actually show the video because, again, right now I don't need them shutting my second channel down. So while I'm entering the appeal, I'm going to wait. And for those people that been here with me since day one, I got to put some moderators in here. For those people that been here with me since day one, my channel was never striked. I'm talking about those that been with me for 8, 9 months now. My channel was never striked. I never was playing a live and throughout the live it say stream suspended. Never. Never, ever, ever. Even 6 months ago, when I was doing lives and commentary on other bloggers and other channels, I didn't even get a community strike then. And that's how community strikes go. Usually when you play another person's commentary on your videos without their permission, then they can go claim that they're in your video without their permission. So if anything, you would have thought when I was playing 6 months ago in my videos, not on my lives, on my videos, I'm talking about the actual videos that I just post. When I was just posting videos and I was mentioning other bloggers and putting their actual faces and everything up there, you would have thought I would have got strike then. While after, when I'm not posting nobody, I'm just doing my regular commentary. I don't post no videos of no other bloggers. Why all of a sudden, now that all this stuff, people have separated from me, people have went their way, people have put out narratives out here. Why all of a sudden, now that more things are being done with RobertSKelly, more people are being awakened. There's a lot of things I can't tell you guys on the YouTube, but there's a lot of people that are helping Robert. There's a lot of people who are willing to advocate for Robert. There are a lot of wealthy individuals who don't want to come on YouTube and show their face, because then you got the people that don't like Robert, that's going to go attack them, that's going to start posting their information, that's going to start basically letting the prosecutors and stuff know, oh, this person's advocating that. This has gotten so out of hand that people rather just support from behind the scenes, and that I know I can call this one up and that one up. Hey, I'm coming to this city, I'm coming to that state, and they are willing to help and give resources of where we can get the permits from for this state or this city, where we can go talk to different media outlets in this state, in this city. It lets you know that even if they don't want to come forward, come on. And people not woke now, then they should be. Straight up. And this thing about these cash apps, and let me just say this. If you have a supporter on your channel, or you have people that subscribe to your channel, or if you are a person that's been in this RobertSKelly fight and you're out here advocating for him, you're going to city, the state, you're doing interviews, you're going to give flyers to this individual, you're going to go meet up with these people to get the merch out there, you're going to go meet up with fabric designers. All that stuff costs money. So if any supporter or subscriber want to support the blogger, then do that. I don't think that the bloggers should be jealous about who supports who, because anybody can put where they want their money to go. But if I'm gonna put my money on something, I'm gonna put my money on the person or the people that I know is really out here doing the work. People who are out here showing that they're really supporting Robert. People that advocate for this man every single day. People that's not out here causing chaos and drama to take away from advocating for Robert. People who, again, are putting their life on the line. There's a whole pandemic out here. So people that's still willing to go out here and go to this city, this state. Come on, people have to understand. People have their own lives as well, but they put their lives aside to advocate for Robert in any way possible. And even a lot of things that I can't tell you guys that's in the making. But for the last 3 weeks, I done traveled to two different cities and states. One plane, the other through a vehicle. Nobody on these YouTube streets went with me. Only one other subscriber, thank you for today, who met up with me, and we went to go ahead and get the flyers to this actual media outlet and to make sure that they're there for New York. But no other bloggers was with me. Now, people have reached out to me to help me stand for the upcoming New York event, but again, nobody was with me. Only one other blogger who's been in this fight for Robert for a minute, which is Sharon, is the only one that I talk to about the things in the upcoming events. Now, other bloggers have reached out and asked, if anything they can do, and other supporters, yes, they have. I'm not going to deny that. But the actual footwork, me going to this city, that state, me going to set up this interview with this media outlet so that they can get the information and bring it to their outlet. No, Jasmine, that's it. And to my mods that rock out with me when they can. So I don't think nobody should be questioning the support. I never, ever asked for a cash app. My cash app just went up. This month is November. My cash app went up the middle of October. Right after I left New York, my cash app was up. 3 days before I went to New York. Like, come on, make it make sense. I've been putting videos out for over 6-7 months advocating for Robert. So once you get a YouTube channel, you're eligible to put up a cash app from there. I don't know if people know, but I pay for my live streams, because the free live streams, you only get 32 of them a month. I pay for the unlimited live streams. I pay for the premium platinum YouTube. So that means any channels or any videos I post, this is why I don't have ads. So nothing that I'm doing for YouTube is free. None of my live streams are free. If I was just to get to 32 hours a month, they would have been gone, as much as I go live and bring the information about Robert or to share anything with you guys. it would have been gone. That's why if you see a lot of bloggers, they only go live about 30 to 40 minutes a day or every other day because they're spacing out the 32 hours a month. Other than that, you have to pay for them lives. So again, I don't think it should ever be a problem. Anybody who claims they support a person, you support them. But I don't think it should be a problem with people complaining about what blogger gets what cash at, because again, if they are advocating for Robert, they out here doing the work. It should never be an issue because people have families, people have other things in their life, and they're putting it to the side to advocate for Robert. So why should it ever be a problem? I don't, that part I would never understand. But I just know this. I appreciate the ones who do support me because it might be days where I say, "Oh, I can't take this," or "Oh, this is too much," and then people, want to start drama, and "Oh, it's interfering on what we have to do for Robert." And no, I keep it pushing. Every time I keep it pushing because at the end of the day, I want this man to be vindicated. At the end of the day, I want the truth to come out of what's going on with this man and what's going on in this YouTube streets. It's a lie. It's a lie. People have been setting this man up since day one. So somebody has to sit out here and tell the truth. I don't think it's right that, these people should sit out here and spread narratives. Everybody is eligible to go on their channel and advocate for who they want to. You got people out here trying to pay people to stop speaking up for Robert. It's not fair. How would you like it if one of your family members were in jail and people have set them up and lied on them 24/7, and got them arrested off of false allegations? See, I think that's the problem. It's not people's real family members, so they don't look at it like it's a problem. But trust and believe, Robert is like everybody's family member because at the end of the day, we're all God's children. We're all God's brothers and sisters. So he is like your family. If you believe in God and you believe that everybody is God's children, then you can't say that he's not your family. And people out here trying to paint this picture to try to paint the potential jury is not fair. And if he did all the stuff that they're saying, then why do you have to keep coming with a narrative? Why you got to keep pressuring the people? Why do you have to disgrade this man and call him pedophile? This man is not even being charged with pedophilia. I don't get it. I don't. And if he did all this stuff, why you just can't let it play out in court? Why, when we put out the different facts that we know, why it's got to be a problem? Why the people got to come with more and more? And I'll tell you why? Because apparently the information that we're saying, it must be touching a nerve. Because if you know that a person did something, you're not going to get mad at people's advocating for this person. You'll be like, oh, I don't care because they're guilty. You're not going to, be going so hard. But when you see these people going so hard, you got to pay attention. There's a reason why they're doing that. Because they know that the information that's being put out there is absolutely the truth. So I don't understand how, right, Miss Carter, your kids have been none of nobody's business. That's the problem with some people. They worried about what the next person got, and I don't understand it. Like, I don't say anything. I never spoke on nobody's cash app. I told everybody that if you see somebody supporting Robert and they're going out there doing the work, please support those people. I said it when I was in New York. I said it when I was at the press conference. I said it when I was in Washington. Because at the end of the day, I don't know about other people, but most of these rallies and marches is through the week. So people are taking off work. Most of these events for Robert, again, is through the week. So people are taking off work to attend these things. So number one, right there, that's losing money. Number two, when I was first mailing people things and merch, I was paying for the shipping and handling. because I'm like, they're supporting Robert. It wasn't about me making money off the merchandise. It wasn't about none of that. I was just wanting to get the message out, and on the merch, there's a message. Time's up. Me Too, Mute R. Kelly, and Surviving R. Kelly are violating men's constitutional rights. Protect our rights. So because that message was on the merch, I wanted the message to get out there. So I didn't mind doing the shipping and handling. But then people were telling me, no, Jazz, this gonna cost you too much money. You gotta start telling people they gotta pay for their own shipping and handling. So it's already done. I had paid for people's already, but now for this go round, I'm telling everybody, please, if you can, please, like, you gotta pay for your own shipping and handling. I can't do it um this go round. The merch is more the merchandise is more authentic now. You're not going to get this merchandise from nowhere else. I'm actually meeting up with real graphic designers, real fabric designers. So like when you go to the mall and you go purchase, like, let me think of a designer like Ralph Lauren, or if you go purchase, let me think of another popular, YSL. I don't know if some of you know about YSL, Ralph Lauren, or if like you go purchase Louis Vuitton, um, Christian Dior, you have to pay for that fabric and that designer's design. So this actual merch is from a real fabric designer. I had to pay for a real graphic designer. So it's not like the homie down the street hookup. You just go copy and paste onto a hoodie or go copy and paste onto a mask. No, it's real authentic fabric, real authentic clothing, a real authentic design that's been approved by Robert, and you're not going to get it from nowhere else. Like, you're not going to be able to go to nobody else and say, hey, I want that design that Jazz got. It's not going to happen because I'm actually signing a waiver that for copyright infringement. So this is big, and like I said, it's really so the message can get out about Robert, because even if you can't make it to the events, you can wear the hoodie, you can wear the t-shirt, you can wear the mask. And then once we start more people start purchasing the hoodie, the t-shirt, and the mask, then we're going to start doing stuff like fanny packs. We're gonna start doing stuff like fitted hats. We're gonna start doing stuff like the long like the thick socks, the long socks people wear. We're gonna start doing real authentic like glassware, jewelry, like all that stuff, because we want the message to get out. But right now I'm only starting with the hoodies, the t-shirts, and the mask. And because we have to wear masks now with the corona, then you got a mask and you have a good message on your mask. So you're being safe due to the coronavirus, and your mask has a message that needs to get out to every city, every state, because it might be going on in your state with other individuals. And because it's happening to Robert, people want to ignore it, but it's the same thing that's happening to a lot of individuals. I'm doing fine, Diana. Thanks for coming in. So, like I said, I don't know about other people. I'm not speaking of them, but since the Washington trip, I done traveled to one, two, three, three other states already off my own expense. And like I said, for the supporters that supported me, thank you. But I don't come and complain, oh, it's not enough support. No, because I use what I have. And like I said, I have a job, and I still go, because if I don't go to these different places, I always think about it like, damn, it wouldn't even been happening. Or these people that's now standing up for Robert wouldn't even have reached out to them and was able to talk to them one-on-one and get information, where now they got resources that connect me to this person and that person. So now when we go to these different states and cities, now these radio stations is willing to give us an interview. They're willing to take the flyer to present it onto their media outlet. Now this individual is willing to talk to these corporate people that are into the politics, that's willing to give the information to representatives and senators. Like, this stuff is moving. Just because y'all don't see a person jumping up on the TV, hey, some of Robert's family and supporters have came down here to I'm gonna give you an example. Came down to CNN. We got the information. We just want to let y'all know they came today at this time. No, you don't see it, but guess what? It's moving. It is moving. And we only have until April. April 6th is when the trial starts. So I'm also trying to plan something for all the supporters, that we all meet up April 4th, which will be in New York, because I want all of us to have like a prayer right before the trial starts. And I wanted all of us to have like a meet and greet, because once the trial starts, I think that we all should stick together in arms. I think that we all should be in the courtroom sticking together, so they can see all the support from RobertSKelly, because you got to think all the people that dislike this man, and witnesses and all of them are going to be here with this trial. So we have to make and look very professional for Robert April 6th, and we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared for the hatred. We have to be prepared for people standing out there with signs saying they hate R. Kelly. We got to be prepared for all of that. But let me just make something clear. Time's Up, Me Too, and Mute R. Kelly. You know why they had movement? You know why they got things to move? Because they were willing to go out there and march, hold up signs every day, different cities, different states. We're not saying what they did was right, but why they got attention is because they was the only ones out there. If they would have seen RobertSKelly supporters out there just like them, oh, then they would have heard like, oh, wait, hold up. They saying this, but wait, they saying that. People were silent. When Time's Up and Me Too was out there, R. Kelly supporters were not. Let's be honest. When they went and ransacked Sony, R. Kelly supporters should have been at the front door with them. No, y'all not going to do this. So now we got to get out here. So now we got to make moves and let them know we're not letting you do this again. Y'all already pushed the ball court. Now we cutting we're cutting it. That's it. Nobody else is going to stomp on these streets, cities, or states and disrespect this man. This man has a right for a day in court just like everybody else. Y'all have tore this man down for over a year. Before the charges were brought up on RobertSKelly, they was out here marching for months. Months. And I believe this is why the Homeland Security got in it. People out here were saying people were kidnapped. They were held hostage. They couldn't leave the houses. They were shitting in buckets, peeing in buckets. But they found none of that. Several wellness checks done. Then you hear females coming out. Now they switching up because they have talked to other individuals who have coerced them. And now they have a different story now. Oh, now I hate him. Now he beat me. But then prior to that, it was, oh, I love RobertSKelly. Y'all can come with these bogus charges. These charges don't mean nothing. Like, come on. If everybody can't see this, they're crazy. Why do you think they keep trying to go after Joy? Because Joy knows the truth. Joy was there. And I understand this woman's position. Her parents tore her down. They went on social media, told people she had herpes. They went on national television telling people their daughter was crazy. She had herpes. Everything to tear down her credibility, just like they did Robert's. So I see why Joy is like backing off from everybody. That's not the type of approach you want if you want to see your daughter. you damn sure don't go straight to social media and tear down her credibility. She still has to live. She has to get older. When she get 30 and 35, she don't want to hear people saying, oh, I remember her. That's the girl that her parents was online talking about she had herpes and she was doing this and that. That's not how you approach it, especially your child. Your child, all she said was, yeah, y'all doing this for money. But she didn't really disrespect her parents. Mostly everybody's stories are the same. It's like all of these people was coerced. Everybody's same stories. He abused me. He locked us in. He took our phones. Wouldn't let us call nobody. We were peeing in buckets. We couldn't eat. But now you hear all these people had their phones because now they popping up with pictures, recordings, but you didn't have your phone. But you didn't have your phone. Then you hear people saying, oh, I talked to my parents. Don't try to act like I ain't talked to y'all. I talked to y'all. Y'all knew where I was at for 3 years. And y'all knew I was safe for 3 years. So when they saying they see their kids in 4 years, now if you saying they knew where you was at for 3 years, that last year, that's the only time it seemed like to me people disconnected. And why? Because maybe they sink the bullcrap. So until people start getting it in their heads, all the different interviews that was done, all the different things people said on the videos, I'm going to keep playing them and playing them and playing them and playing them and playing them. I'm not going to stop. I'm not. Also, I want to speak about Aaliyah's mother. Now, everybody was saying so much about how Aaliyah's mother, I don't understand why Aaliyah's in this situation. Rest in peace to her. But of course, they dragged Aaliyah in this situation, right? So when you have the mother saying that this didn't happen, when you don't see the mother dragging this individual, she's not dragging Robert, never said anything bad about him, right? So when you see that happens, what I'm not understanding is if the mother is not dragging him, the mother's not coming forward and saying this happened and that. How could you go over the mother's head, sit on social media and say he did this to her, he did that to her, when you clearly see that the mother is debunking it? What, they burnt too? Sorry, y'all. So let me pull up this real fast. It says claims about Aaliyah in the surviving R. Kelly docuseries. Now, also, the young lady who was allegedly speaking of Aaliyah was Javante Cunningham. And it says in the 3-part documentary, which premiered on January 3rd, Kelly's former backup singer Javante Cunningham claims she witnessed Kelly and Aaliyah engaging in some things that an adult and a child should not be doing. Things that an adult should not be doing with a child, right? So, again, you have a mother, you have a father, and you have a brother who was also traveling back and forth with Aaliyah. Diana, what did you say? Hey, Just, I have an important question. Do you think if Robert get on the stand in his defense to tell his truth because the media has destroyed his name and character so much? Diana, he don't have to speak on his behalf. That's what you got lawyers for. That's why he paid lawyers. He don't have to say anything. Because at the end of the day, soon as he say one thing, they twist and turn everything that he does. He did one interview with Gayle King, and you see how they twisted that whole interview But any adult or anybody with common sense who seen that interview know exactly what he was saying. Exactly what he was saying. So again, in the three-part documentary, which premiered on January 3rd, Kelly's former backup singer Javante Cunningham claims she witnessed Kelly and Aaliyah engaging in some things that an adult and a child shouldn't be doing, right? But then you have the mother who comes out and says they don't know this woman. They never seen Javante Cunningham around their daughter. Now she's stating that she was a backup dancer for them, but Aaliyah's mother says, my husband and I were always on tour with her and at the interviews and every place she went throughout her entire career. Let's repeat that. My husband and I were always on tour with her and at the interviews and every place she went throughout her entire career. Whoever this woman is, I have never seen her before anywhere on this planet Earth until now. So that's Aaliyah's mother. And she's stating her husband, her son, they all were around Aaliyah her entire career. And her mother used to always be in a lot of the pictures with her, a lot of her promo tours. Her mother was right there. So for a mother to come out that's grieving their child because their child died in a tragic accident, and you got individuals who come up on a documentary and bring up her child, and then she has to face that again. Now she's grieving all over again, but then bring up her child in a discredit way. And again, if this was going on with her child or whatever the case, don't you think a long time ago she would have brought forth charges on this person? Or if she thought that it was anything going on that was illegal, like this person would have had charges? This mother never, ever, ever spoke bad about Robert Sylvester Kelly. So you gotta make sense to me. I'm just not gonna run with the narrative when you don't even see the mother. Then the mother saying that the person, Javante Cunningham, who spoke on Aaliyah at the documentary, who was saying her and Aaliyah was so close, and couple people was like, oh, we looked at her like our little daughter because she was the youngest one. And but if the mother saying she was there, but the mother don't know you, but you the one saying you seen this happen. But now, if you see, you don't see people speaking of Aaliyah no more that were speaking of her. Because allegedly it's told that the mother put out cease and desists so that nobody else could speak on her daughter. So I always been confused of why Aaliyah was in this indictment. It doesn't make sense. It's very disrespectful to her parents who are grieving their daughter, who had a special, loving, beautiful, talented daughter. And to bring their daughter up in this manner, to even bring her up, was totally disrespectful. All because people want to spread a narrative and they want to um go on a TV show and try to create a show, but using somebody that died name in vain, all for ratings and views. Very disrespectful. So let me go ahead and read the actual letter from Aaliyah's mom. Okay, here we go. And this is from Aaliyah's mother herself. So please don't nobody say to me, oh, no, this is from Aaliyah's mother. And thank you to the person who got this over to me. We really needed this because it's time to put that to an end. It's time to leave Aaliyah out of this. And once this trial starts, I'm pretty sure that that's one person that this will be dropped. It says, the woman and the so-called backup singer In the forthcoming surviving documentary that describes seeing and meeting or ever breathing in the same air as my daughter Aaliyah is lying and is a liar. My husband and I were always on tour with her and at interviews in every place she went throughout her career, her entire career. Whoever this woman is, I have never seen her before anywhere on the planet Earth until now. These lies and fabrications cannot be tolerated and allowed to be spewed from the forked tongues of sabotagers of Aaliyah's legacy. My daughter only wanted to realize her dream of sharing her talent with the world and give her all performing on stage and in front of the camera for the fans she adored so much. She realized that dream thanks to those true fans who still love and support her legacy unconditionally to this day. Shame on all those involved in this project who thought it kosher to drag Aaliyah's name into a situation that has nothing to do with her today. Once again, this will not be tolerated. Sincerely, Diana Houston. I think her last name is Hawkston. I don't want to say her last name wrong. Diana Hawkston. Hawkston. Hey, Candy Apple Candy. So, that is directly from Aaliyah's mother. So, am I tripping, or is this mother saying that everything that was said about her daughter on the Surviving R. Kelly was lies? Lies. And let's not forget that the same lies that was on um, public announcement when they said that what's her name, Sparkles ex-husband claimed that he seen Aaliyah and R. Kelly, but then he leaves the group, but then he comes back and asks the guy, I think his name Earl or the other one, to send Sparkle to make a song with Robert. So he like, wait, you just said that you left because R. Kelly was doing something with Aaliyah, but now you gonna sing your wife down here? Like, make that make sense. Exactly. And this woman never said anything bad about Robert. If a mother felt like this man did something to her daughter illegally or whatever, she had all chances. What I think is she knows the truth. She knows the truth. And I believe nothing happened. Just because somebody loved somebody that didn't have anything to do with it. But all these narratives, oh, she was pregnant, oh, this happened, all that happened. But they have no receipts. It's just talk, talk, and talk. So let you listen to this part where you hear him saying that Earl sent his wife back down to work with Robert, but he's the same person that said he was quitting because he seen Robert doing something with Aaliyah.
It was hot, and Earl says to me, he says, hey, take this to Kales. I'm like, not a good idea. I said, it's not a good idea. And he was like, yes, it is. I'm married to her. It's good. So I said, okay. So I took the demo down there. He listened to it. He said, oh, man, it's hot. Yeah. But I'm going to have to do this myself. He said, and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going to have to produce this all myself and write it. He said, y'all did some good work, but I'm going to do this on my own. So he said, I'll do this, but, it's going to have to be no Earl, no nothing. She's going to have to come down here. If she want her album done, she's going to have to sleep on this studio couch for 30 days, and that's the only way I'm doing it. So I go back and I tell her, and he doesn't believe me. He like, no, it's going to be good. I say, Earl, she's never coming back. He said, yes, she is. It's good. So Rob, I'm at the studio one day. Rob say, call up Steph and see can she come down and do some vocals. And this was around the time she was doing vocals on Aaliyah's album. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't even about her album. She was just coming to do background vocals. So she came and did that. And shortly after that, it was no more her and Earl. It was a wrap.
So you guys are in a group with Earl. Earl's wife goes and starts working with R. Kelly and never goes back to Earl again.
Right. Now let me ask you this, Vlad. I mean, think about it. Just like you just told me, you said Earl told you that he saw Aaliyah on the back of the bus, right? But yet he sent his wife down there too.
Oh, that came afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh.
So how was I supposed to look at it? Now look at it like that. Because you know this guy, but you still going to send your wife down here. Don't sound right. Sounds a little strange.
Earl saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah. He quits the group and then sends his wife to go work with R. Kelly afterwards. Okay, I can see where the doubt and so forth is coming in.
Exactly. So is it safe to say that everybody's just lying to try to tear this man's career down? And they've been doing it since the 90s. How you going to say that you left the group because you walked in on R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah? But then after that, you say you want Robert to work on a song with your wife. And you want her to go down there and work, on the song. But you just said you seen Robert having sex with Aaliyah. So nobody calls cops. Nobody go tell her mother. Nobody, steps up and say, no, nobody's not doing no song with you. You was having sex with Aaliyah. Like, none of that. Nobody go get another person and say, hey, come over here. Let me go show you what's going on. None of that happens. And the rest of them stayed working with Robert after that. And left, came back. Left, came back. So now you have Javante Cunningham, who comes into the Surviving R. Kelly interview, and she says the same story. I walked in on Robert having sex with Aaliyah. Yet, she still was in the group. She still stayed in the group. Nobody contacted Aaliyah's mother. Nobody else went to go get an older person. Hey, let me tell you what happened. Or went to get a manager. Hey, let me get, She comes out 30 years later and says, I seen Aaliyah having sex with Robert. Doesn't make sense. Like it seems like to me more of everybody was trying to tear this man's legacy since the 90s. And they're trying to do it now. And they're trying to do it now. And they're trying to say, oh, he was doing this for 30 years. That doesn't even make sense. The man was vindicated in 2008. So count from 2008, and now we're in 2020. So, like, make it make sense. Like, straight up. Make it make sense, because it's not making any. The man was vindicated in 2008, but you're still going to run around and say he been doing this for 30 years. And he was vindicated by a jury of his peers, 12 jury, not guilty. So it's just, we need to keep bringing the information. We need to keep debunking every lie that's out there. We have to, because this is what they're afraid of. They don't want nobody to come and tell the truth. They don't want nobody to speak about the truth. They don't want the information put out there because they know it's the truth. So then you have people that are trying to stop it every day, like, for instance, knocking down channels. And we're going to keep fighting and keep coming, keep doing these marches, keep doing these rallies, keep spreading awareness about this case. You know how many people I have talked to and have told me they didn't even know nothing about the case? They didn't know the ins and outs. All they know is what all these alleged victims are saying and the surviving R. Kelly. That's all people know. They don't know about all the things in the background that's being said, all the things that these women have said on lives, all the things that these men have said on recordings, all these interviews that was done 10, 15 years ago. Now, different things are being said now. People don't know about all that, especially somebody that's not equipped with social media, that just reads the newspaper. And this is why it's so important that we get the article in every newspaper in every city and state. We got Washington, now we're going to get the New York Times and the New York Post newspaper. And we're going to keep going and keep going. Next, we're going to head up Chicago Times. And I'm working with Bruce to make that happen. Bruce hit up all the media outlets for the news stations. He hit, I think, 6 different channel outlets. 6. Might be 7, I might be one off. But we have to keep getting the narrative that they're putting out there. We have to get the truth out there, because this is why people were listening to Time's Up, Me Too, Mute R. Kelly, because nobody else was out there marching against them. So we go out there and we debunk it, then what they going to say then? If we go out there and we debunk what they've been saying 5, 6, 7, 8, what are they going to say then? Because some of these alleged victims been caught up in their lives a long time ago. But they won't have that conversation when you ask them, well, why did this person say this? Or why did they say this and then they said that? No, they don't have no comeback to it. And they think that people is not going to stand up. Oh, nobody's going to stand up for him. He's a pedophile and this, that, and the third. No, we got to stand up. I understand people put the work on YouTube if they're a blogger, but if you're a blogger and you know that you have a lot of information and you have been putting a lot of information out there, then you can start getting your footwork together. Whatever city or state you live in, start a march there. If you can't make it to the next city or state, start the march in your city or state. Straight up, because people arguing back and forth on these YouTube streets, typing all in the chat and this, that, and the third. But what about the people that's really out there, that's willing to take the heat once Time's Up and Me Too? Because they already heard about us being in Washington. Oh, they know that we're out here advocating for Rob. They already got the news. So I won't be surprised if they're going to wind up coming up and trying to debunk what we're saying. But don't forget that the young lady Jamila, or Jamala, I think I might be saying her name wrong. Right now, she's going through a health crisis, and she stated that she was so sorry of what she did to Robert, because now she feel like God is cursing her, because she knew what she was saying and doing was not right. Why would she say now she think God is cursing her if what she was doing was right. The same woman, she was on Surviving R. Kelly as well, speaking as if she was a therapist. The same woman now is having health issues. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're going to keep getting these narratives debunked every single day. Also, I want to bring up this woman, Latrice Stout. Now, if you pay attention to the picture, you see the lawyer, which is the same lawyer who's been with Faith Rogers. She was with Patrice Jones, Gloria Outrage. Then you see her with Latrice Stout. Then you see her in an interview with the guy who claims that all of a sudden a tape popped up in his basement of R. Kelly, and when he put it in the VCR, it messed his head up. He couldn't believe what he seen. Well, Gloria Outrage, which I don't understand, that man was in Pennsylvania. She got all the way to Pennsylvania to lead that man as well. I don't get it. So then you have Latrice Stout, who is from Baltimore, who also claims that her and her girlfriend went to this concert, and when they got to this concert, one of Robert Sylvester Kelly's entourage grabbed her, gave her the number, and said that he wanted her to meet up with Robert Sylvester Kelly. But you clearly see the lawyer standing here holding up a picture with LL Cool J, and she didn't notice before she did this press conference that was LL Cool J. Make it make sense. And you mean to tell me that you went to a press conference? You know you had to do this press conference. You know that um you had to speak on Robert, whatever the case may be. And you gave this picture to the lawyer. I'm pretty sure she synced the picture before she stood up and started the press conference. I'm pretty sure you synced the picture when you passed it to her. And y'all thought from far behind people was not going to pay attention and know that that was LL Cool J. I'm pretty sure that's what y'all thought. Y'all thought nobody was going to zoom in or notice that that was LL Cool J. I'm telling y'all that's what they thought. Because at the end of the day, if you were with Robert and you claimed you was in this room with him, you claimed that you and your girlfriend was in a hotel room, the man let y'all in, some guy, then the guy walked away, then Robert came in the room. You mean to tell me you ain't getting out one picture with R. Kelly? Not one. But a lot of people was at that concert. A lot of people was at that concert as well. And there's a lot of pictures out here floating that other individuals was at that concert. So is it clear to say, Miss Latrice Stout, that people seen you and your girlfriend at that concert that you might not know of, that might be speaking at this trial to debunk your lie? To debunk your lie. Let me see. Let me pull this up. And yes, this is the Baltimore victim, who several individuals claim they know her. But my thing is, you wait again 20 some years later, and then you coming out saying that Robert touched you and he made you suck him off in a hotel, and you went in there, you went down, and whatever else. But at the end of the day, I call it BS. You're holding up a picture with freaking LL in it, but you're claiming you was at the concert with Robert. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So let me pull this up. It says statement of Latrice Stout. I was 16 years old and living in Baltimore when I met R. Kelly in 1995. My friend Rochelle and I went to a concert that R. Kelly and LL Cool J were performing in together. Rochelle was only 15 years old. We had bought tickets for the concert and to the after party. At the after party, Mr. Kelly pointed to us and talked to his security. He said to put us on the stage. The after party was held at a nightclub called Baltimore Grand. Security took us to the stage. A photographer took pictures of us. A man with R. Kelly was offering us drugs, cocaine, and marijuana. We had never done cocaine and did not take it. We both tried the marijuana that was offered to us. It was my first time. We were also offered alcohol. We accepted it, and both of us got drunk. No one at the door of the club or the inside of the club asked us for identification to make sure, to make sure that they were the age they were supposed to be, right? So this is my whole thing. If you notice, the narrative keeps coming. Oh, one of his entourages seen us, gave us a paper. It was a number, told us to go straight to a hotel room. We waited at a hotel room. The guy left, and then Robert comes in. He sits on the couch, and he start rubbing on my boobs, and then I start going down on him. My girlfriend was watching. He asked both of us, could we start, doing it together? She was scared, so I sat up on the bed, and I did this, I did that, right? This is my whole thing. So right after that happened, you mean to tell me you left the concert? After that, you didn't go to no police? You didn't tell no authority at the hotel? You didn't tell no authority at the concert because you left and you went back to the concert. She went back to party with these individuals. And then you waited over what? 16, 17, 8, what, 20 years? You didn't have kids, whole new life, and you mean to tell me you never said nothing? If you smell BS, put hashtag BS in the chat. Because I smell BS. And like I said, if you was so close to Robert and all this stuff, you mean to tell me you couldn't ask him, hey, can I take a picture with you? Nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the narratives just keep going and going. And this is a closer look at the actual picture of Latrice Stout and her girlfriend. Now, if you look closer at the picture, you see LL Cool J has both of his hands on the back of Latrice Stout's waist and her other girlfriend's waist. So is it also safe to say that these women was not 16? They look more 18 years old, 19 years old. Because when you go to a club, the club IDs you. They ID you. And if she was drinking alcohol, they were ID'd. Ain't no way they was serving alcohol and they didn't ID these women. Not no way. Because they're not going to put the artists and the entourages for the different artists and managers in a situation where younger people are in the club. They're not even going to put the club owner in danger. So usually when it's a concert like that, everyone is carded. They have to make sure, even at them VIP parties, all them VIP parties, you have to be 18 and over. And that's since ancient times. So it's just funny that all these people claim that they was at after parties, they was at VIP parties, all these different ones, and nobody was claiming. This one, nobody. People were just letting kids in. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. At the end of the day, all of R. Kelly's false accusers were using the destruction of his career as a bargaining tool to extort him. R. Kelly is innocent, and I will stand on that, and I will not change it, and I will continue to fight, and I will continue to put the information out here of all these crooked things that have been taking place, how none of these women was talking after the 2008 case, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2000. Where was these individuals? So you mean to tell me, wow, in 2013, y'all ain't think about the stuff y'all said last year? In 2014, y'all ain't think about none of the stuff y'all put out last year? So all of a sudden it hit your brain in 2018. Boom. Make it make sense. So also, let's listen to this where people saying that people was held hostage. They couldn't talk to their parents. They Robert was holding them back from speaking to their parents. And I heard this the other day on another bloggers live where they keep saying, "Oh, you can't blame the parents. Oh, the parents don't have anything to do with it." Is it safe to say the parents do have everything to do with it, and the parents also knew? Because a real parent, you don't know where your kid is. Your kid is missing in action. You're gonna get up, go to whatever state or city that kid is at. You're gonna call different authorities. And if you do get any type of information of where your kid might be, you going to that place. Most likely, you're kicking in doors, you're banging all on it. You're gonna actually sleep outside of that place till you see your child or a person that could come outside and say, "Well, this where your child at, they're not here right now." You're gonna do all that. You're not gonna stand and do um surviving R. Kelly's and TV shows to try to bring awareness if your child is in danger and you don't know where your child is. There were no missing reports. There were no what do they call them, Amber Alerts. None of that. None of that. But soon as it was told, "Oh, you can come on a talk show and say something on the talk," oh, everybody coming now. Everybody's coming. So let's not forget this one.
Kissing me and stuff, and just guess the oral sex came in. I know Rob, our last conversation that I had with him in Chicago, he inspired me and told me, "There, just do what you want, do what makes you happy." He told me to continue to pursue my dreams, pursue whatever I want to pursue. And that's really all that I would be able to do.
So don't blame me when the shooting don't stop. When kids are not obeying their parents, or when kids are listening to rap music or R&B music or sexual music that I put out or whatever. Blame the parents.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
Don't paint no picture like I have not talked to you guys in over a year, because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that.
One of the things that's going to be said about this is precedent. And when you look at a man who's being charged like this, what does that give an ordinary man who's not of stature and don't have the ability to draw resources to have 4 attorneys? And all of a sudden he's made with these allegations. How then does he fight it? How then does he prepare himself for this Me Too movement as we move forward?
Precedents.
So let's go back.
Fathom my parents. Don't paint no picture.
Or whatever. Blame the parents.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
Don't paint no picture like I have not talked to you guys in over a year, because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre is that?
One of the things that's going to be said about this is precedent. And when you look at a man who's being charged like this, what does that give an ordinary man who's not of stature and don't have the ability to draw resources to have 4 attorneys? And all of a sudden he's made with these allegations. How then does he fight it? How then does he prepare himself for this Me Too movement as we move forward?
So now,
And when I was
from going from that, saying Robert never my parents knew that all this stuff that they're saying so bizarre, so crazy, she can't believe her parents would think that, because let's be reminded that they always said that other people was coming to them saying that all this was happening in Robert's house and girls were held hostage, and people were reaching out to the different parents. If I'm not mistaken, one of the people was Ashanti McGee, was supposed to be contacting the parents, telling them all this stuff was going on in the house, and this is why they allegedly went out looking for their kids. So after she stated, Robert never held us hostage. We always had a phone. I was calling my parents. Don't sit up here and try to make it seem like you didn't know where I was at or you wasn't talking to me. That's just what she said. And it's funny how everybody tried to change it. So you can tell from that point there was a gap to when everything that she was saying, it turned. You could tell that something changed that. And that's the part that needs to be addressed. What happened from the time she was stating that nothing happened? She always had her phone. Robert even told her, "Is this your parents' number? You need to call your parents." What happened from that to this?
17. Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything.
Listen to the narrative.
Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything. He has girlfriends in every city. He has flings in every city. There's usually 3 main cities in every state, so 3 times 50. That lets you know how many, women is probably out there, and that's probably not even hitting it on the nail. He makes everyone do very degrading stuff, whether on film or, he makes them do degrading stuff, writing it down, he makes them sign it. And I think a lot of women are ashamed or embarrassed to come out because of stuff like that, because it'll be incriminating them. There's so much stuff. He has letters of people saying that they've stole from him. He has letters of, people saying that, they've been molested or touched by, their parents or their brothers or a family member. He even has people on film molesting their younger nieces or younger brothers. And so I know a lot of women out there are embarrassed and are humiliated and are ashamed to come out because this man had that much power to control me, to molest my younger niece or to molest my younger brother. I wouldn't, personally, had I ever done anything like that, I would be entirely too ashamed to come forward. Thankfully, I've never been in that situation, but have I seen it done to other women? Yes, I have.
So she stated, like everybody else, I went to the concert. One of his entourage passes me a piece of paper, put his number on there. Now we in a different time where everybody has um, cell phones, everybody has iPhones, everybody has. Nobody's doing the back in the day where you write on a piece of paper or pagers. Let's be serious, okay? So, but it's the same narrative everybody keeps saying. If you pay attention to all the alleged victims, they were at a concert. One of the entourage came up, passed him a piece of paper, put the information on the paper. Okay, this alleged victim claimed she was there with her parents. So how was he able to come up, one of the entourages, pass her a piece of paper with his number, but she was there with her parents? Where were the parents to interfere right then and there before they claimed that they sent her off? They wrote a letter for her to go follow him to be a mentee and to learn about the tours and all this different stuff. Where were they at where this person allegedly wrote this letter out and gave Robert's number? Because it went to the point where as though she was flying to Chicago. So then she says people were if she was really weak minded like everybody else, he had enough control over her that she would molest her own nieces or nephews. She stated that he had enough power over her that she would molest one of her own nieces or nephews. Like that's crazy. Okay? So then you hear her say, "Well, I know people, I seen people molesting their own nieces and little kids. So you seen these things and you never spoke up? You seen somebody molesting a little kid she claimed was 6 or 7 years old, and you never spoke up. But you had your phone to do all other things and put up videos and go on your phone and claim, oh, Robert is my man. I'm riding for him. Y'all keep coming with the same charges. Homeland Security come better than that. I ain't going nowhere. I love RobertSKelly. And y'all mean to tell me, even after he was away in jail, she was saying that she was still for Robert. So what happened that this changed? Because it seems like to me the same thing they said R. Kelly was doing to these alleged victims, coercing them, seemed like she was coerced. In this interview, sounds like she was coerced. It sounds like everybody else's story. Everybody else is saying the same thing. I went to a concert. One of the entourages passed me a piece of paper. It was Robert information. I took the number, and then that's where the journey begins. Everybody's saying the same thing. We couldn't have no phones. If we did something wrong, we got beat up. Um, like it's the same thing. And if people not paying attention now, I don't know where people at.
You could not do anything without him knowing. You would have to ask him if you could go to the restroom. You would have to knock anytime you entered or left a room. You couldn't make calls without him knowing. You definitely had to wear, very loose clothing, anything that was tight, hugging, revealing, even a simple shirt like this, I wouldn't have been able to wear. The fact that I looked so young, I had to wear hats every time I left out. He beat me with a shoe, a size. Defenders.
So even when she said that they had to wear baggy clothing and all this stuff, is it safe to say, I know a lot of you, been in relationships and you had a man and your man probably don't want you, out there dressing real revealing because another man will be, looking at you and things of that nature. So because you were told, as she claims, allegedly, to wear baggy clothing and this, that, and the third, did anybody see where she was wearing the half revealing dresses and she was on live with the clothing on and said that she was going out for Joy's birthday and all this other stuff? So is it safe to say that y'all guys, y'all wore them clothing because y'all wanted to? Because if Robert is at doing tours and shows He's not even looking at you. He's not even look. He's not there. And also, it was many pictures of y'all coming out, going to malls and stuff like that. Even with your own mother, she came to Chicago and she had a hat on and looked like baggy clothing. So is it safe to say that you guys wore that because you wanted to? And I'm not trying to bring up the surgeries and the fake boobs, fake butts, but you got to bring it up once in a while because it's like that contradicts it. You're saying that you had to wear baggy clothing, but then you go out and get surgeries. Make it make sense. That doesn't make sense because if a person was worried about you wearing tight clothing and all that, a person ain't going once you get no fake boobs and no fake butt because that's going to be revealing. So that doesn't make any sense. So let's pull this up because I think people are starting to forget, like I said, of the different things that were said prior to the different things that are being said now. And like I said, every day, whenever we can and be able to put out the different things that were said, we have to. We have to. Because things like this, I think people are forgetting what these women said.
And saying that we were under emergency living and all kinds of stuff like that. We just wanted to let you guys know that that is not true. We are here. We are at the Trump. I'm gonna show you guys actually our view, so you guys can know it's real. Grammy's back there, so yeah, we're here at the Trump, and we actually just read an article saying that we were evicted from the Trump. We're at the Trump, and Joy's parents are all over social media. Yeah, they know where I'm at. Yeah, we've been here at the Trump. We've been here for years. We move freely, we come and go freely. We actually just left out this morning, and nobody said anything to us. No one stopped us, no one, harassed us or anything like that. So, we just wanted to clear that up. We're at the Trump, and Joy's parents are all of Robert's fans. We see the support that you guys are showing him all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, everything. We see you guys going in, and we are just so thankful for the prayers, for the love, for the support, everything that you guys are saying and doing and trying to do to help him. We are just so thankful for it, and we love you guys for it. Thank you so much.
So that's another one where they're saying nothing is wrong, people are lying, we're safe, we're at the Trump, and the thing that they're saying about us is lie. We're not held hostage. Look at look at his Grammys in the back. So what happened that all of a sudden now you're saying he did this, he did that, he abused me? It doesn't make any sense. And if people are not noticing that it's all about the money, then I don't know why people don't see it no different way. Because even when everything was going good for everybody at one point in time, when this person was getting paid or that person was getting paid, everybody was fine. When the money train stopped, that's when the allegations started. Just like this next victim, alleged victim that you hear, there's another one, same story.
R. Kelly, someone who's been termed the king of R&B and is loved by many, has not been easy. I decided after a great deal of thought that I should speak my truth because it is time I stand up for myself. I trusted him and he betrayed my trust. Once I recognized my worth, I knew I had to walk away.
We have evidence that Mr. Kelly has engaged in efforts to intimidate and retaliate against Faith Rogers. We are here today to let Mr. Kelly know in no uncertain terms that he cannot and will not intimidate his alleged victims into keeping silent about their allegations. Mr. Kelly, you may soon join the ranks of Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein. Just as they have been and are being held accountable for their actions, you also must be accountable. You can look forward to a legacy which will not be your music, but rather the pain and suffering that you inflicted on the many vulnerable teenagers and young women who claim they were victimized by you.
What would you say to him if he's watching right now? Time's up.
So,
Meditate with your.
did you just hear that lawyer say, Mr. Kelly, you're going to be just like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby? When once again, he has not presented his side of the story. And if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to Faith Rogers, he already put the claims out there about her, where he asked her, please, drop your claims because you know this is not true. And once you take these claims up against me, I'm going to have to present my side of the story of what really happened. And people seeing many texts out there of her that she was texting Robert back saying, Daddy, I want to see you, sending them pictures of herself. So now all of a sudden you have this lawyer, same lawyer you see on the screen, that was with Latrice Stout holding a picture up of LL Cool J, trying to say that was R. Kelly. Make it make sense. And then you push in the media that he's going to be done just like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein. The media manipulation. And this woman also, this lawyer, she's also on the money train. Any story that sounds like it can be pushed into the media, she's on it. She's on it. She's on it. But I don't think that these alleged victims who are her clients, I don't even think that she knows all the things that they have done before she chose to represent them in this case. Because she's all about the clicks, the views, the fame, Gloria outrage. So this is why you were seeing her standing next to some of the alleged victims in the interviews, doing the press conferences. That's what she's about. Anybody knows Gloria outrage, everybody knows she loves the cameras. Okay? So you were already threatening this man on this interview saying that he would be like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein. When this man didn't even say his side of the story, you are already manipulating the media, alleging that this man was already guilty. And then you hear Faith Rogers saying, time's up. The same thing, time's up, Me Too, Mute R. Kelly, and Surviving R. Kelly pushed inside the media like that the accuser was already guilty. Make it make sense, because it's not making any sense. And another reason why it's not making no sense at all is because everybody's stories sound the same. And all these women went back. All these women stayed. Nobody had an altercation and just left, went about their business, went and told authorities, and then never turned back. Nobody did that. Nobody. And then don't forget, you have a lot of women who were dating Robert who stepped forward and said that he never did anything wrong to them. They never seen none of the stuff that these women are talking about. And I'm pretty sure that they will also be coming to court and presenting their self of what their relationship was like when they were dealing with Robert. I think one of them is the girl from uh I don't want to get her name wrong, so I'm not going to speak her name, but I think that she was from the show um Son. I don't want to be wrong. So also I want to play this because this is where everything started. This is where the switch up happened.
Well, you're so evil. I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. Shit. Joy, you were sleeping with me. It's a fire.
And the crazy thing is, she knew that that phone wasn't in her jacket. But you hear her clearly telling the guy, check her jacket. I seen it in her jacket. The whole time the phone was in the bathroom. But she was telling the hotel people, check her jacket. I seen it in her jacket. And then she's screaming out, you slept with me as a minor. But let's not forget that case was just um 2 months ago and Ezreal Clary didn't show up. So they dropped the charges. They threw the case out. So people just think that they can scream out these narratives and say somebody did this, somebody did that. But you just dropped the charges because you didn't come to the court. I wonder why.
She going to jail. That's a. I got it online, bitch. I know how to play. It's nothing. fighting at the fucking Trump. Go ahead, that's assault. That's assault, baby. You going to jail. You got 2 charges against you. She got 2 charges against her. 2. She got 2. She got 2. She got 2 charges. Sleeping with a minor and assault.
Listen, you gotta keep it up.
Nah.
Yeah.
Stop, ass.
Yeah, well, you're going to jail too.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna get out. So, here, give her these last little Grammys. Give her these last little bit of Grammys.
Stop.
Somebody please help her. Please help her get these last 2 Grammys. These is last 2. Give them to her. Give them to her. Give them to her.
All right, now, do you want the police call? Do you want to press charges? What do you want?
I do want to press charges. Please call the police. I do. Because every time she came to me, all of these people are my witness. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You messed with the wrong one. Because look, I'm 22, but I'm smart. You playing checkers, I'm playing chess.
No.
That's everything. You can go. You can go. Look, y'all. Your girl is good. Look. Oh, I'm good, baby. I'm good. Sitting over here chilling. Look. I ain't the one that's going to jail. Now, y'all got it live, baby. Look, the skeletons is coming out. Period. 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 Yup. Yup. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. Look, y'all, I'm going to be an advocate for women. I just apologize. But this girl really came at me with all this hand motion and did not land one single punch at all whatsoever. And truthfully, I don't give a fuck. Do I feel good? I kind of do. I ain't even gonna cap, because you know what? You know what? Rob has been lying to all of y'all. And that's the sad part about it. That is the sad fucking part about it. He been lying to all y'all asses. And he had people like me lying for him. That's why we never watched the documentary. That is exactly why. So we got on Gayle King, as stupid as can fucking be. Oh, this nigga. Get his bitch these last few Grammys. Give her these last few Grammys before I fucking break them. You better give her these last Grammys before I fucking break them. Call an attorney. Call a fucking attorney. Call a fucking attorney. I want this bitch in jail with her man. You can go be Tweedledee and Tweedledum in a fucking jail cell. In a jail cell. I want this bitch in jail. Fuck all this. Hey, call the police. Call the police.
Get in the unit now or everyone goes to jail.
I don't give a fuck. You're not saying shit to me. Call the police. Call the police. Somebody call the police or I'm turning off this live and I'm calling in my damn self. Call the police.
Your phone is under the sink, your father said.
Call the police.
Your phone is under the sink, your father said. It's in her hand. Oh, it's in her hand. I'm sorry.
Call the police. Call the police off of your phone. Y'all want some tea, baby? This is it. Yeah. Y'all want some tea? Call the police. Yes. Okay, so Jason Savage, we both live here. She came up here with another young woman named Kimberly. I don't know who she was, but Jason attacked me once in here, again out there, and it was witnesses. You can go ask Trump security. Every single time she came to me and attacked me, and I had to defend myself. So I would like to press charges immediately.
What happened? What made her attack you?
She came in here. First of all, she came up in here. She gave our keys to another woman. to come up here and get her stuff. Yeah, she sent Kimberly up here to get stuff. I don't know who Kimberly is. It's somebody that supports him. I don't know. She's a handler. She does all his like handwork from him from jail. And she came here with the keys. I didn't let her come up here first because I didn't know who she was. I told her, it's okay, I understand you're here with Joy, but if Joy needs anything from this apartment, she needs to be with you because I don't know who you are. And I'm not just about to let you roam where I dwell. So then Joycelyn came back up here. I was in here with people that I know, whom I trust, because I don't know what she was on or if she would have came with a weapon or anything. So therefore, I had people in here. When she got in here, she just came to get like his awards and his Grammys and stuff. And then after that, she started saying that I'm so wrong and that this and that. And I told her, Joycelyn, you're going to jail. You slept with the minor. That minor was me. You did it multiple times over and over again. And she was like, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're saying this. All this stuff. And then she started attacking me.
Well, she hit you?
Yes.
With her hand? Was she
Yes.
using an object or anything?
Yeah, she did hit me with her phone. She hit me with her hands, and she was trying to kick
In
me.
your face?
Yes, with her phone.
Did you need medical attention or you
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Sure?
I just want to press charges immediately.
Okay, where did you get hit? In the
She
head?
hit me on my head with her phone. That's where this is. And then she was like, when she was punching me, she had her phone in my face and her hand. So it kind of like put blemishes on me, but not necessarily from like her punches or anything.
Okay. Do you have your ID?
I do have my ID. Let me find my jacket.
Is that good?
So, is it safe to say that, again, remember, Ezreal Clary never showed up to that court hearing for Joycelyn? Joycelyn showed up, Ezreal didn't. And once you don't show up twice or three times, then they have every right to throw it out. So all the things that she said this day, by her not showing up to the actual hearing, because she stated she was the one that wanted to press charges, Joy got locked up because she said she wanted to press charges. I wonder why she didn't pursue it. If Joy did all this stuff, Joy was kicking her. Well, we all seen the video. Joy never kicked her. They both start arguing in each other's face because Ezreal Clary was instigating. And all she said was, you know you're not supposed to have nobody in this house. He's a man. Why would you have a man in his house? And she switched and turned it to what Joy said. So when they both are right there in the heat of the moment, running up to each other, she already had a phone in her hand, and Ezreal already had a phone in her hand. So immediately the phones dropped, and this is why Ezreal didn't know where her phone was at. So then you're screaming that this girl slept with you when you was a minor. But if this is supposed to take place, why didn't you show up to court? Why was the charges dropped from Joy after you made these terrible, terrible allegations against Joy? So we have to look at all that stuff. Is it safe to say that you were mad because now it was time for Joy to come up and see Robert? When you had all your time to go back and forth and see him, you didn't see Joy saying this and that about you. You didn't see Joy starting arguments and fight. You seen Joy just waiting because she wasn't able to come up yet for her visits. But you start getting angry because you told him to switch the dates back, and you knew that he couldn't, and that he chose Joy to visit him at that moment. That's what I believe. So at the end of the day, we have to keep presenting the information. We have to keep going back and listening because there's some things that you might forget, and you might have to go back and listen to it again and say, "Oh wow, I heard that or I heard this."
It's a great idea.
This prior Father's Day, Robert talks about his kids all the time. It's definitely something that is very hard for him to, talk about. But I got him a cake made, and he loved the cake so much. He thought it was so beautiful. He never wanted to cut the cake.
Champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. Okay, so anyway.
Let's get some of those little plates. Some of those little plates. What's some of the here too?
Father's Day.
Let's see it.
Okay, can you turn down Roots? Tomorrow. Let's pause.
Let's see what this cake looks like. So you gotta cut it from the back.
The king lives! Yeah. Okay.
So don't mess up the front.
You ain't just get my dick, did you?
I don't know.
Oh my God. That's my robe. Where are we cutting this thing from?
Let's cut it from the back. So
Cut it from the back. You would say that. Okay, so you mean turn it around?
yeah.
Boy.
So just in
Did
case
you
there's
get Happy Father's Day on camera? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a golden cake that they've made me. And I'm very proud of it. Matter of fact, I'm so proud of this cake that it's been sitting here for 3 days. I didn't want to cut it because it's so beautiful. I mean, look at this cake. This cake's unbelievable, man. Like, oh my God. Like, this is everything. Like, seriously. Like, I totally love it. It's an everything cake. Okay, so anyway, fit for a king. All right, so wants me to start it from the back. What I'm going to do is going to take the knife. I'm going to stab it straight down the middle through the brain of the cake. And I'm going to go straight down. As you can see, the knife is going down. Once it reaches the bottom, which there it is, it has reached the bottom there, I am going to start to pull this way. And the knife is so sharp, it should work. Okay? And now I'm going to just continue to go down, work in the cake to get sliced there, going. Okay, that's the first part. Now I'm going to move it around just this way. Now I think I'm going to have to detach the crown here a little bit there. And as I detach the crown, you might want to think about putting it
in the freezer.
Where else? No, not the freezer now. But where does the crown go?
On your head.
There we go. Right now it's a Joycelyn. Okay. All right, so now
Oh my
we're
God.
going to place the crown on the king's head.
Okay. Nice.
Hear he, hear he. The king lives. Robert the Third. Yeah. Okay. So this is the Father's Day cake crown. Okay. The cake came with a crown. And yes, the cake and the crown is the same. The crown is just as edible as the cake is, okay? Which means we are going to kill this crown later on with some milk. I'm going to take the crown off. There probably will be white rings around my head. Call it a halo, baby. All right, I'm going to place the crown here. Okay? We're going to continue to cut this cake.
Okay.
Going down.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Now that's the first slice of the cake. Hopefully we are as successful as taking it out as we were cutting it.
Maybe you need a big plate because it's really tall.
Okay.
Don't you want grappling?
Thank you, Joyce. Mm-hmm. Now you will get the first piece here.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to continue on to Joyce.
Wow. I could just eat it. Wow, look at your cake. I think it's we honestly should we just eat that? Just share one.
Yeah, we should just share one.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to share this cake. Okay? We're going to share the cake. 'Cause, you know, we don't want to get greedy here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to kind of like cover it a little bit. Tomorrow you guys need to go and get one of those cake things that they put the cake in and it lasts forever. Okay, I'm going to use the dish rag because I'm tacky. I'm going to wipe away a little bit of the frosting. Oh my God, it smells like fish grease.
That, what would you like to face with that? It could make you break out.
Well, because I'm a nigger and I'm from the hood, and these are the things we do when they're, in desperate times. Okay, so I'm kind of used to that. You guys are not, and it's okay. It's okay. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. All right, now we just need 3 forks, which we're all going to kind of eat from the same plate here. Follow me, the father of the day.
Okay.
So when we ate the cake was spoiled, and we were all like, oh my God, this is like so not good anymore. Like, it was very, very hysterical. We actually recorded it. We didn't know the cake was spoiled, but we just thought that it would still be fresh because we kept it refrigerated. And I have to say that was one of my last and happiest moments with him because he's just so humble and the small things make him happy. He's Capricorn. It doesn't take much to, make him happy. And just to see him so ecstatic and smiling over a spoiled cake, because if somebody gave me a spoiled cake, look, we gonna be fighting because no. But that would definitely have to be one of my funniest and latest memories with Rob.
So, do that sound like somebody that abuses them? Do that sound like
I want to talk to you guys about
somebody
something pretty serious.
who made them couldn't talk on phones, couldn't eat? That don't sound like nobody. To me, that sounds like Robert was very humble with them. Robert was very respectful to them. And he was also, like she said, he was appreciative of a cake that was spoiled. So a person that abuses people and do this and do that, you mean to tell me they ain't gonna be upset about a cake that's spoiled, but still was just happy because of the thought? And then you hear him say, tomorrow you guys gonna have to get one of them things to put the cake in. So if they couldn't go nowhere and was locked in rooms, you hear him telling them that tomorrow y'all can go to a place and get something to cover the cake in. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, from the time frame of after Joy visits started and Azriel visits were stopping, I agree with you, Bobby. That's when everything started to kick off. Straight like that. But you didn't see this same attitude when Azriel was going to visit and Joy couldn't. You didn't see Joy starting problems. You didn't see Joy starting fights. You didn't see Joy upset ever, but you seen a different attitude from Azriel. So it's safe to say a lot of these people are making up these narratives. A lot of people are picking back off what this one said, what that one said, and they're all doing this to try to fit this narrative. But one thing and two things for certain, Robert's story has yet to come forward. Robert has not said his part of what everybody's saying about him, each individual person. He has yet to come forward to say his part. So, through this whole time, all this man has said was, I'm not guilty of the things that they are alleging. But through this whole thing, you got people saying this, saying that, and now allegedly people cars being burnt up. Allegedly, they're blaming the supporters, saying that the supporters are the reason he has a sequestered jury, and there's so many supporters out here who never got caught up in no drama. There's so many supporters who never got caught up in no beef. There's so many supporters who never got caught up in none of the bullcrap. All they did was support Robert, advocate for Robert, and stood behind computer screens and phone screens and just came on YouTube and gave Robert his support, and that was it. It's a lot of those supporters out here. So even when they try to spread the narrative and say all Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters are terrorists and doing this, that's a lie. Now let's not forget when we all first came on YouTube, we were called p-hives. We were called pedophiles. You were called any name if you supported Robert Sylvester Kelly. It doesn't matter if you're a great mother, you have a job, business, and your life is, very good. If you stepped up and said that you supported Robert, you was degraded. You was talked down on. You were disrespected. But everybody seems to forget about that. Just because you said you support this man, you were disrespected day in and day out. You were called stupid. Oh, she's stupid. She's supporting a pedophile. That's what people were saying. So let's not forget that even with standing up for Robert, you still are targeted. You're still disrespected, even within this fight. So that's why I appreciate everyone who supports me to keep going and to keep putting forth the effort because it's hard. Robert isn't doing anything to make us feel like we want to stop supporting him. Robert is not Robert. It's the people who don't agree that Robert is innocent, and it's some of the people who claim that Robert is innocent and that they support him, but they're trying to tear down other individuals trying to fight for Robert. If we all came together as a powerful team, we would be unstoppable. And this is why Time's Up, Me Too, and Mute R. Kelly, this is why their voices got heard. Because Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters, everybody is envying each other. Everybody has an ego. Everybody wants to get a title. Everybody wants to say, oh, well, I know him. And you don't know him. Or I talked to him. You ain't talked to him. What does that have to do with supporting this man? You could have known him for 20 years, but a person that knew him for 5 years is out there marching. You could have known him since the 90s, but a person that's been supporting his music since 2000 is marching and supporting him. So it doesn't have a time frame on how long a person knew him, how long you've been around him. None of that matters. What matters is who's supporting and advocating for Robert Sylvester Kelly in a good standpoint, meaning it's not said that you're out here threatening people. It's not said that you're out here working with the people that don't like him. It's not said that you're out here disrespecting his family or his children or his brothers and sisters. It's not said that you're out here, just making the case look bad. It's a lot of supporters out here who are advocating for Robert in such a good, positive manner. And keep up the good work. I know if don't nobody else appreciate you, I do. I know if don't nobody else talk about all the great supporters, I will. Because it's been so much, and they're trying to paint narratives left to right. Please don't pay attention to the media manipulation. Use your own brain. And if you believe in Robert's innocence, you believe in Robert's innocence. I thank everybody for coming here this evening. I will do a part two to this tomorrow. I don't want to keep everybody no later than what I already have kept you. So I'm going to end this with one um one more last thing, and then we'll be getting out of here. Oh, and also for those of you who have not seen it, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for my other channel. I did two lives on Saturday featuring Drea Kelly, and is in reference to her lives and her interview with Fox Soul. Please make sure you go back to my other channel, Just Jazz Special Ops, and review that live that I did from Friday to Saturday in reference to Drea Kelly, and breaking down the information of the things she was saying and how she tried to take up for Jerronda Pace inside of her actual live video. And I explained why she's taking up for Jerronda Pace. I dropped those receipts of why she's bringing up Jerronda Pace's name now and why she's agreeing with Jerronda Pace. So if you have time, make sure you go check my other channel, Just Jazz Special Ops, so you can see the actual video that I did about Drea Kelly and how she also switched up, because before the last 10 years she's been advocating for Robert. She's been speaking, supporting Robert. She still was supporting the concert. She still was buying the merch for the concert. She still was claiming that she wished that she could get her friend back, meaning Robert Sylvester Kelly. So please go back and watch my last live from this weekend, Friday and Saturday, so you can catch up.
What happened to our Mary and his stuff? But see, I need this spot. I'm gonna give him a few dollars to get his spot, and then I'm gonna play for about 15 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Chill out, BET. Chill just 1 second. See how it stops. Money talks. Money talks. I gave him a few dollars. He stops. Give me a little time to play. I wanna say thanks to you. I wanna say thanks to you. I wanna say thanks. I wanna say thanks. I wanna say thanks. I wanna say thanks to the man above. I wanna say thanks to my people over here. I wanna say thanks to my people over here. But you know what used to frustrate me the most down here, and when I'm getting ready to hit a high note, a note that I've been practicing all week to do, and here come the L, you know, and it's like this big loud sound, you know. I told them to put an L here anyway, huh? It'd be Fridays, right? And it's time for pickpockets, right, to come out. You know, the pickpockets, I gotta tell y'all the real truth. So I have to, on Fridays, it's like the biggest of the money. So I gotta tie my bag to my left foot. So, you know, when the pickpockets, they try to get rough and tough and they try to take my bag, you know, they have to take me with them because I just work too hard for the money. Got arrested one time for street performing down here. I don't know why I got arrested though. I have my license, my street performing license. But
Cops came and said, "All right, Stevie, let's go."
The hood hasn't always been kind to R. Kelly. An incident over a bicycle left him fighting for his life. With a bullet in his shoulder, the bullet remains there to this day as a constant reminder of how mean the streets can be.
This corner down here is where I got shot at, and we're gonna walk down here. It's not like I'm still there or you gonna still see some blood or something, but it was a while ago. We'll walk down here. I got not a brand new bike, but I got a bike. It was my first bike that I had ever had. And I was test driving it. You know, we used to say, "How y'all doing?" I was test driving it, and I was riding the bike down this way. And as I was riding the bike, I got up to this corner right here, and as I was finna turn around, somebody from this direction shot me and fell off the bike. I didn't know what had happened to me, but I fell off of the bike. And next thing you know, I was in the hospital. But something that upsets me about my people today, we're not together like we should be. You know, every corner I go on, every corner when we're driving around, I see a fight or two here and there, you know, and it's always, you know, I hate to see it being my people. And I feel that it's not like it used to be back in the old school. We was much more together. We was much more organized, you know. So if you see my people, tell them I'm looking for them.
Sometimes R. Kelly's mother played a pivotal role in encouraging him to pursue his music. He grew up listening to singers such as Donny Hathaway and Stevie Wonder.
I gotta say, you know, my mother pushed me on and said, you know, I want you to go on, I want you to keep on doing this, you know, because you have something that God has given you that he hasn't given to everybody, you know, so I want you to go on and make this something that you want to do. I used to listen to a lot of Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. I lasted out my life in stages with 20,000 people watching. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to all of you. When I ask what happened to our miracle, you'll just say nothing's changed. Well, no need to hear those words again. Girl, you're telling me you want to end and just be friends. Well, darling, there's no need to see this life once more. Honey, there's no need. I'll be the one to hit the door. 'Cause darling, there's no need. My mother, man, bought me 2 things. She bought me a Long Ranger set for Christmas and a guitar. I broke the Long Ranger set and I started messing with the guitar. And everything's been musical, man, ever since.
R. Kelly has a personal interest in Born into the 90s. It is a reflection of his experiences of growing up in the hood and a commentary on real-life scenarios.
I would like to think that my music is something that tells the truth. You know, it's not a fantasy thing. It's something that happens every day. And I feel that it's like that because of the fact of how I grew up, man. You feel this music because everything I went through comes out of my voice. It comes out in my playing the piano or my keyboards or programming my drums the way I do. It just comes out, everything that I went through. I've been in studio sessions, man, where I used to see big-time producers when I used to say, man, I want to be a producer. I want to do this too, you know. And they used to spend like 3 or
4 weeks, man, on one song, trying to mix it. And then they were trying to mix a street sound. And I said I would never do that. I was like, man, I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna spend all of this crazy time trying to mix a street song. If the song is there, it's there before you even mix it. I truly wrote Honey Love sitting right here in this room one time when I got in my little horny mood I was wanting to be with somebody because I've been in the studio for so long and just writing day and night. You know, I wanted to get with somebody, you know. And I was working on a fast tune at the time that wasn't really getting me, so I wasn't feeling it. So I said, yo, let's break this all down. Let's just, you know how you ball a piece of paper up and start from scratch. And Honey Love I came up with that night. Slow dance came about. You know, hey, Mr. DJ, I wanted it as simple and as plain and as street as possible. You know, hey, Mr. DJ, why don't you slow the party down? Because that's usually what people want to do after sweating for so long. And nowadays, for parties, they go all day before they slow the party down. And sometimes, you know, guys like me who like to get close, you know, to a certain girl I might see in the party that I like to get close to you. The hits keep coming for R. Kelly. His newest single, Dedicated, recently skyrocketed to #1 on the R&R chart. Everybody probably obviously can see that's dedicated to my mother, you know, because I respect my mother, man. I love my mother. We real close. We got a true friend relationship, not just you the son. You don't do this or you don't say this. You know, we talk. You know, I can talk to her. She's like my home girl. You know. She's not just a mother, you know. I respect her to the utmost. It's not hard to write a song like Dedicated when you think of what your mother went through. Almost anybody can come up with a song like that. McDonald's is the place for you. When your day is through, you can go to McDonald's and get yourself a Big Mac, Order up fries, ice and Coke, and an apple pie. No one doesn't like McDonald's, do. McDonald's and you. Let me get a Chatham out. Hey, baby. How you doing, baby? Hey, baby. What's up? I used to come to McDonald's and sing for my meal, you know. Bust out a tune, you know, before I became, you know, known. Okay, y'all take it easy. All right. What's up, R. Kelly? What's up, man? What's up, man? Chilling, man. Chilling. I just had to stop and get me some gear because we gotta shoot a little ball. You know, sometimes you gotta prove things to people. But I gotta prove things to a couple of people from the company, Job Records. And that's what I aim to do, so follow me. Hello. Hey. How you doing? Just gonna see what color I choose to slam on her, man. So I gotta have on a certain color when I rock Nation. Yeah, give me some real baggy shorts. So it was basketball gear. And I would do really good in the talent shows, but my image, I look like a hooper because I was at the time. So I'd lose. But don't feel for me because, see, losing
is only temporary. You know, losing, I looked at as a rehearsal. We all lose in rehearsal all the time, over and over and over and over again until we get it right. And that's the point of rehearsal. You rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. You mess up, you mess up, you mess up, mess up until you get it right. But LA, street performing, the doors being closed, the no's and all of those things, that was my meal ticket somehow. And I decided then, I didn't want to be stars in the sky, because though they amazed us as kids, you know, but they sat there. They just sat there. They was far. But what amazed me and what I've always wanted to study and always wanted to become, and I decided in my mind, and I told my mom, I said, Mama, I'm gonna be a shooting star. She said, what you mean, boy? I say, I don't really know what I mean, but I know one thing. I love the shooting star. Why would you love a shooting star? You don't get to see it much. I said, I know. It comes, it goes. You're lucky if you even see one. I said, I know. And it's not like the other stars. I said, I know. But that's the point. If I'm going to be a star, I want to be a shooting star. I don't want to be seen all the time. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about just sitting around in the sky. I want to soar through the sky, in and out of space. People would tell me, well, you could do that, you know, sky's the limit. I say, no, it's not. I would always have my different sayings. I would say space is the limit, because if you can make it to space, you can travel anywhere. And my brain and my mind, I mean, you know, it just always wanted to go places no man has gone, so to speak. You know, I always wanted to be a scientist of music, not just music. I wanted to experiment with my music. I wanted to do R&B, but I also wanted to do the world's greatest. You know, but at the time, I was told, no, you stay in this lane, R&B artist, you're going to do the artist thing, you're an artist, R&B king, and this, that, and the other. I was never interested in being an R&B king. People put that label on me, and I appreciate anybody for saying that I'm the best at something. But I never wanted to be the best at one thing. I never wanted to be the best at R&B. I just wanted to be great at music. So I decided to do I Believe I Can Fly. I decided to go on and do the world's greatest. I decided to do country songs, pop songs, you know, You Are Not Alone for Michael Jackson, because I never wanted to be trapped in a category. And somebody said, oh, that's the R&B king. I wanted to be known for just music. There's Mr. Music. He has no lane. The highway, the streets is his, if he wanted it to be. But I came up in Chicago, and the minute I was born is the minute my father left my mother. Yes, the minute I was born is the minute my father left my mother. And I used to ask my mother, where is my father? And every time she shunned the question, she pushed me away. She said, never ask me that again. Son, never ask me that again. But it was hard because I would always see, you know, my brothers, you know, their father would come by every now and then and, you know, take them out, buy them things. And Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, you know, Halloween. And I wasn't jealous of my brothers, but I would always, you know, become curious and frustrated because, you know, wanting a father, not having a father, first of all, it's automatically something missing in your life. You know, there's no doubt about that. It's you know, I always felt half. I always felt hole in the situation. Though my mother was a mother, father, brother, sister, best friend, and everything to me, but she never was really a father. My sister's father would come by every now and then, but I never understood why my father was not with my mother. That was just something as a child I didn't understand. And it would hurt so damn bad. It would hurt so damn bad. And me being 8 years old, I would be so damn sad. But as I got older, I became closer to my mom. Me and my mom would go to McDonald's before she go to work, before I go to school, and she would get us a Danish. It's all we could afford is a Danish and a cup of coffee, and we would split the Danish and cup of coffee. She wore this cheap lipstick, and she would put 3 creams and 6 sugars in the coffee, and she would stir it up. She would open the Danish, split it with the little plastic white knife. She had this cheap lipstick, and she would taste the coffee to make sure it was sweet enough. And she'd leave the ring of lipstick on the coffee from which she tasted the coffee. And I remember when she would give me mine, when I would sip from the cup, I would turn it around, and I would drink from her lipstick part. Because in a son-mother way, I had a serious, serious crush on my mom because she could sing her butt off. And I just looked up and down to her. I looked around. I looked everything about my mother. I loved her. And I even asked her to marry me one day. I was like, nah. She said no. But you know what? I understood. I took it well. And so when my mom passed, I was coming from my first concert from overseas, in which I wanted her to go with me because that was the only way I was going to get on the plane. So when I got back from overseas, and my mom passed the day I got back, 3 weeks later, I went away. She was heavy set. She was my mom. I come back. She's very, 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 very skinny. I had no idea she had cancer. I had no idea she was even sick. I went straight to Roseland Hospital on 111th in Chicago. And my sister and brother, I remember them to this day. Said, Mom's very sick. You might not want to go in there, Rob. Of course, you're thinking cold, you're thinking pneumonia, you're thinking she's going to be okay. So I go in the room, I peek my head in, see the pastor with my mother, I see the doctors. And the first thing my mom said is, she screamed, "Get out, Robert. I don't want you to see me like this. Get out, Robert. I don't want you to see me like this." All I can say is, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what else to say. Didn't even look like my mother, but I knew it's my mother. And I walked up to her bedside. I asked the doctor and the pastor to excuse us. Even my brothers and them, they excused us. It was me and my mom. She said, "Please leave. Please." I said, "Mama, please don't make me leave. Something I gotta tell you." I said, "First of all, I love you and I thank you for everything you have done. Everything. Everything you've done for me, Mom. And I'm sorry for every time I've been bad or did something I wasn't supposed to do. And I promise you, and she died right there on the I promise you. I called the doctor. They came in. They pronounced her dead. I was still holding her hand. But I finished my sentence. I said, I promise you, Mama, no matter what, by any means necessary, I will be one of the best singers, songwriters this world has ever seen. I made my mom that promise, and I'm still on a journey today to fulfill that promise, in which I will perform and sing and write like one of the best who has ever done it. I owe it to my mom. I owe it to my gift. More than anything now, I owe it to my fans. Just to be one of the best. Not the best, but one of the best who has ever done it. It's going to be a little turbulence, but my teacher, mentor, pastor, and I like to call her my Mrs. Miyagi, my music teacher, Lena McLean, she said, do not write songs, write life. Sex is life. So don't judge me. Don't be mad at me if I make a gospel album. That's life. Don't go hating and spreading rumors on me because I made a club banger that says, you may be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining. Well, I'm fucking you tonight. Nah, don't judge me. Because I don't judge nobody when I go and see a good movie and somebody get their head blown off. I just enjoy the movie and I appreciate the movie. I appreciate the writing. I appreciate how they told the story. I don't get into, oh man, they got all these guns and they shooting kids and they shooting these people. So don't get mad at me if I write a song, say you remind me of my Jeep. It's just metaphors. It's just entertainment. It's the gift. No different than Bruce Lee. It's a gift. Bruce Lee was Ali. Ali was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was Superman. Superman was Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was Batman. Batman was Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was Moses. There's certain people, certain images that come to entertain us, to take us through history, and all through genres and decades and years of struggle, but inspiring us to be successful at the same time. That's all I want to be. Don't hit me. I'm an artist, people. And artists are going to go through depths. Chosen artists. I decided not to climb the mountain first. I decided to learn how to hold my balance. That's the struggle. Once I struggle and learn how to hold my balance, then I can start my climb. Because why? The mountain is a peak at the top where it's very windy. You can get blown off just like that. That's why I decided to hold my balance, learn to hold my balance first. Because I don't want to start my climb and get up there and the easiest thing blow me off. I want to be able to hold my balance and hold my balance strong. I want to be able to stand at the top of that mountain and say, I'm not coming down until I feel like it. I earned that right because I worked my ass off trying to hold my balance. Yeah, that's right. I'm proud of me. I don't have pride. I'm just proud of me. And I suggest, no, I urge you to do the same, to think the same, feel the same, be the same. Learn how to hold your balance before you start climbing that mountain, because that's how one-hit wonders happen. Everybody's so anxious to climb the mountain and knock other people down trying to get there. And when they get to the top, they start developing a pride and an ego. And out of nowhere, whatever happened to us? What's that guy name? He was out, he had that one song. He didn't learn how to hold his balance before he started his climb. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still in the game. Because to me, it is not a game. People say this, people say that. They talk about me behind my back. They talk about me in front of my face. They talk about me at the side. I can hear the whispers. I can see the gestures. I can feel the spirit of negativity all around me. People steal my watches. They steal my cars. They steal my gold. They steal everything from me. They take my money. But I wouldn't change a thing. Because I'm not in it for money. I'm not in it for watches. I'm not in it for jewelry. I'm not in it for women. I'm not in it for cars and clothes and houses. And this is just something I was born to do. And I will be doing it until Jesus come back. I love music. I'm pregnant by it. I'm having aplets. Yeah. I'm gonna love my babies. I'm gonna raise them. I'm gonna burp them. They're gonna poop. All those things. Without melodies. Born in the ghetto. Riding my bike, 14 years old. My mom said, you can go 2 blocks and come back. I said, okay, mama, 2 blocks and back. Okay, mama, 2 blocks and back. I promise 2 blocks and back. Then I get on my little Huffy. I do like this because I used to do this. Because I used to want to think it was a motorcycle. And I say, brum, 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 brum. Then I started paddling my bike. Thought I was the coolest guy in the world. Pow! I heard a gunshot. I looked to my right, I looked to my left, I looked behind me. I didn't know what happened. And out of nowhere, I started feeling woozy. Got really dizzy. I started feeling myself. And then I felt, and I did this, my hand was full of blood. And I looked, my arm was swole up, so big, like a kneecap was on my arm right here.
and I fell and hit the ground off my bike. And I remember opening my eyes just a little bit. I saw all of these guys running towards me. And I said to myself, thank you, help, help. But actually it was the guys that shot me. They were taking my bike. And I laid there. I could hear people screaming. I could hear people coming. Next thing you know, I remember waking up in the hospital, and I remember the doctor telling my mother that they couldn't move the bullet out of my arm. It's gonna grow a tissue around it because it's too close to a nerve. And if they touch that nerve, it could paralyze my whole arm. Or the right side of my body. Oh, don't y'all touch me. I have a career. Yeah, I know I'm 14, 13, but I'm going to be somebody. And I can't do that being paralyzed. I said, Mama, please don't let them cut me, Mama. She said, don't worry about it, baby. They're not going to touch you. It's going to be all right. You're going to be all right. At the time, I really loved basketball. I thought I'd never shoot the ball again. But I developed a shot. It was funny because the bullet was in my arm, and every time I shoot a ball or lift my arm, I feel that bullet. That bullet, I decided, was going to be the constant reminder of the terrible luck I had coming up as a kid. Or it was going to be a wonderful reminder of how lucky and how blessed I am to be here today. And of course I chose the second one. Are you kidding me? Look at me. Look what I've been through. Look how many people I Believe I Can Fly has been able to touch from here to Africa and everywhere around the world. Kids graduating to it. People feeling like they can walk out of the hospital and they feel better. They don't even have to know who wrote the song. It's people that love the song and don't even identify me with the song. I'm good with that. Because that song was not about me. That song was a seed planted in the earth for people to grow and blossom and go on and live their dreams like I've been blessed and able to do mine. Coming up in the hood, my mother and my stepfather fought like cats and dogs. I hated it, but somehow the love she had for him, I chose to love him too. Well, my brothers now, whole nother story. My sister, they hated him. I found a way to love him because my mom loved him. Coming up in the hood, I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know. I don't know what these cameras are about. I don't know magazines and photo shoots and videos and award shows and Grammys, and it's all still so surreal to me because my past is so strongly embedded in my head, and I don't know how I looked past all of that and made it to where I am today, but I'm thankful that I did. I'm thankful because I want somebody else out there to say, wow, he did it, I can do it. All you have to do is believe. All you have to do is have faith. All you have to do is see what it is you want and become very stubborn and become very determined. Nobody but nobody's gonna tell you that success ain't mine. That basketball scholarship, that trophy, that championship game, that ring, that football touchdown, that isn't mine. And now that I got the ball right, life passed me the ball. I got it. I caught it. I'm running. If I stop, I'm going to get tackled by a whole lot of people. So I stay running. I stay running. From now on, I'm gonna be on the bright side of things. No more, I can't do it. It's my life. I'm gonna live it. And maybe I'll succeed. What a wonderful thing to get up out this hood would be. And maybe times will change, and someday the world, they would know Robert's name.
So, thank you everybody for being here. I just wanted to put that audio out. So for some people, they could see Robert in a different light from his own choice of words and how he was brought up and his relationship with his mother and his soul relationship with music. Again, thank you everybody for joining. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and put your notifications on so that when I go live on the other channel or this channel, you will be notified. Also, please like this video, and when you do get time, please don't forget to go over to my other channel and watch the live that I did on Friday in reference to Drea Kelly. So you can see the actual things that took place of some of the things she stated on her actual interview with Fox Soul. Also, if anybody wants to support the channel, I'll put the information up. And if you also need to contact me far as merchandise or if you want to participate in any upcoming events that we are trying to pursue for Robert Sylvester Kelly and advocating what's going on with him, you can also contact me through the channel, or if you have any information that you would like me to share on my channel, you can also get in contact with me for that as well. That information is on the screen. So again, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you all. And don't forget, we did not cancel the R. Kelly versus Kells. What I'm going to do is we're going to have it Friday. I'm going to let everybody deal with their Thanksgiving and their families. And what we will do is Friday, we will have the R. Kelly versus Kells at 7 o'clock Friday evening. So it's not canceled. We're still doing it. So I'm going to let everybody deal with their families with Thanksgiving. And then we will have it Friday at 7 o'clock, R. Kelly versus Kells. And I'm going to do that on my other channel, not this channel. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. Good night.
Yeah, I know, what a calling is. I mean, we all have a calling in our life, I believe. I'm from the dirt, man. I come up in these streets, went without eating, you know what I'm saying? Saw my mom go without eating. I got tired of it. I had to get out there in them streets and hustle, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I It's for y'all to say, surrender your life, you know what I'm saying? Give your life to God and all that. That's good, and I believe in God. But when you got bills at your front door all the time, you know what I'm saying? Kids screaming, daddy, mama, where the food at? That makes it kind of hard to believe in, have faith in something that you can't see. Even though you want to believe, y'all just want to pray for me, you know what I'm saying? Because constantly, my mind and my heart is racing. Yeah, all by myself, trying to solve all of these problems I'm facing. Look into man, trying to find hope, but man will never know the depth of my struggle. I was depending on myself to give myself a hand. But when depending on myself, I failed time again. That's why I'm standing here alone, all alone, with no one else. Lord, I realize that I can't fight these battles by myself. I surrender, oh, I surrender to you, Lord. I surrender, oh, I surrender to you, Lord. I surrender, Lord, to you. I surrender to you, Lord. Coming out with both hands up. I surrender.
And also to anybody who wants to sign up with Traderia or anybody who has already signed up with Traderia, congratulations. Let's continue to get this generational wealth and help your families. So I'm also going to put the Traderia link inside the chat if you want to sign up with Traderia doing Forex trading.
I was depending on myself, give myself a hand. But when depending on myself, I was felt time and time again. That's why I'm standing here alone, standing all alone, with no one else. So I realize that I can't fight these battles by myself. I surrender. Oh, I surrender. To you, Lord, I surrender. Oh, I surrender. I surrender to you. I've tried everything now. I surrender, to you, Lord. I surrender to you, Lord. Coming out with both hands up. I surrender. What you got to place around me? There's nowhere for me to go. Joy I try to find. See, I search high and I search low. Said you all throughout the day. So come and rescue me from this hell. See, I can't do it by myself. I surrender. I surrender. See, Lord. I surrender to you. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of going through. I need your help, have my way, Lord. Here and willing, yeah. So make a change, yeah. I surrender all my time. Now you give me a light, yes, sir. I surrender all my road. Now you, Lord, you make it right. I surrender my situation, Lord, fix it for me. No more hesitation. Here I am on my knees. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Hey, I surrender myself, my heart, my kids, my wife, my dog, my car, my love, my life. Lord, I surrender myself. Somebody just look back over your life and see where it brought you from. How many of you know prayer changes? I heard that prayer changes. I believe that prayer changes. I know that prayer changes things. prayer change. I heard that prayer change. I believe that prayer change. I know that prayer changes things. Now I was in a real bad abusive relationship, knowing that there was no way for me to live. A young girl like me, raised up in a good family, way too young to endure such misery. And every night I cry myself to sleep from all the pain. And the more I pray for sunny days, it seemed to rain. It hit me at any given time. It hit me for no reason at all. It hit me so hard. My God, sometimes I'd fall. Mama asked what happened to me, and I take up for him. She said the devil's a liar. Pray God get rid of him. And now I'm going to school, hitting those books, I'm doing fine. He's out my life, I'm not confused, got peace of mind. Man, I tell you, prayer changes, it changes, prayer changes, oh it changes, prayer changes. I'm a witness, prayer changes. Said I know, prayer changes, it changes, prayer changes, it changes, prayer changes. I'm a living witness, prayer changes things. I was a freshman in college, and I had just made it on the basketball team. Yeah. I had all the skills it took to make it, but on my grades I would get nothing but all D. Oh. And the coach came to me and had a talk with me about my career. Said if you don't get your grades up, I'm gonna have to sit you down this year. Man, as tough as I was, I'd break down and cry. 'Cause everybody knows me, knows that basketball is my life. Algebra, I studied hard. Chemistry, I gave my all. Calculus, oh my God. English, so many flaws. Playing ball didn't look too good. Yeah. My future could not see. I had lost all my beliefs. Gave up on all my dreams. Oh, yeah. And I went to church on Sunday, and the pastor began to preach. Yeah. It was like he was talking to me when he said I can do all things in Christ that strengthens. And for me that was enough. Now I went from a D all the way to an A plus. I tell you, prayer changes things. Prayer changes. Prayer changes. It changes things. Yeah. Prayer changes. Said it changes things. Prayer changes. I'm living with this. Prayer changes things. Me and my wife had a few problems. We thought that nothing could solve. Listening to family members and so-called friends. Man, I tell you, that's just how the devil creeps in. We were separated at least for a month or two. She was wilding in the clubs, and I was out there doing wrong too. We would walk around the house, putting each other down. I mean, right in front of the kids. We would curse each other out. Then I was in a bad accident, and I almost lost my life. And guess who was there for me? My wife. Now ain't it funny how he makes a way? And we said there was no way. I'm at the hospital and back at home, planning another way. I tell you, prayer change, it changed. Prayer change, prayer change, prayer change, prayer change, prayer change. Things I'm is it prayer change, change, prayer change, prayer change. Now all of these things were happening in one family, but that's okay, 'cause there's nothing God can't achieve. I don't care what the problem in your life may be, 'cause who the Son sets free is free indeed. And if you didn't know, now you shouldn't know. All you gotta do is take this family's life for example. Now mom and dad are married again, 4 kids now 'cause they just had twins. Little sister all grown up now, she's a lawyer married with 1 child now. 2 years big brother's out of college, and he's got his hands full. Hallelujah, blessed with skills, blessed with knowledge. Now he's playing for the Chicago Bulls. I'm a witness that changes, yeah. That changes, that changes. Oh, what it looks like, you can't make it all. I know that prayer changes things, changes things. In the middle of the storm, prayer will change, cause it changes me. Prayer changes, prayer changes, prayer changes me. Even if you do it wrong, all your money's gone. If you put out your home, yeah, you can't find a friend. Let your journey sing. Things you just can't win. Things you're going through, in trouble chasing heaven. Got a hold on you. Things, yeah. When it seems you can't go on, and all your strength is gone. Hold on, it won't be long. It's gonna change. Drinking or doing drugs, even if you're running the street, even if the music clears. I come for R&B. I will change. I will change. I will change. I will change. When it's that prayer will change. Yes, it will. No matter what you do, 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 do. Yeah. La 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 la. Did you get my call? Did you read my love letter? Did it touch your heart when you read my love letter? Sunny day, smiling face, spirit filled, heaven praise. Memories in my mind, reminiscing of good time. Miracles so amazing, so just far away. It makes me ask the question, babe, did you get my call? Did you read my love letter? Yeah. Did it touch your heart? Yeah. When you read my love letter. When you read my love letter. Weekends and birthdays, celebration, holidays, love making history, a toast to our victory. Sweet dreams, butterflies, holding hands side by side. Best friends, families, reminds me. Did you get my card? Did you get my card, girl? Did you read my love letter? Did you read my love letter? Did it touch your heart? Did it touch your heart? When you read my love letter? When you read my love letter, baby. Cocktails, happy hours, wedding bells, baby showers, vacation cell phones with the ones you love the most. Long time no see, back together you and me. Bring me back when you receive this here. Did you get my call? Did you get my call? Did you read my love letter? Did you read my love letter? Did it touch your heart? Tell me, did it touch your heart? When you read my love letter. When you read my love letter. I hope these words find you in a perfect mood. I wrote this letter according to my love for you. So I hope this paper will travel safely to where you are. Here comes the melody, it's custom made for your heart. Come near or far, I will find a way to send my love. Only pray that it don't come back to cinder. You and me, it's a hope that things are well. And you can text me back, you write me back, just check your mail. Did you get my call? Did you get my call? Did you get my love letter? Girl, tell me, did it touch your heart? When you read my love letter? Did you get my call? Did it make you smile? Yeah. Did you read my love letter? Did it lift you up? Yeah. Did it touch
want you home. Did I make you wanna run me back, baby? I love it. When you got my love that all that it seems for me. Yeah. Let it sing. La 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 la. Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
I got a mansion surrounded by gates, made back in a Rolls Royce, sitting in my driveway. Got a big old yard made of gold and cherry wood. Now you may look at me and think that everything is good. Well, I may be smiling like I'm having a good time, but if you look in my eyes, you see way down deep inside, I'm suffering. I'm suffering. I'm suffering. Oh, yeah. I got everything a man could want, but ever since my baby's been gone, I've been suffering. Well, I got so much land, I tell you I could build a city. I've been around the world and party with women that shown up pretty. There's been times when my luck couldn't get no better. But though my sun may shine, even I got stormy weather. Well, I may be smiling like I'm having a good time, but if you look in my eyes, you see way down deep inside, I'm suffering. Said I'm suffering. Oh, I'm suffering. Ooh. Hey, I got everything a man could want. Since my baby's been gone, I've been suffering. Hey, let's take me anywhere I wanna go. I'm getting big paychecks from all of my sold out shows. I'm on top of the world.